thing I know is you ain't built like this. Hit so I make a brain say quit. I ain't no fraud.
This is out of a 165 weight division.
Quick shout out to Real Fight Promotions, Eric Watkins. He just actually stopped by the table to make sure everything was going good over here.
He's good to us.
Oh yeah, he's running a really good event. Proud of him.
I don't want Eric mad at me. I'm taking care of his sponsors.
Yeah.
I don't want him being mad at me.
You don't want
he looks like he can do some damage to me. You know what I mean?
You don't want the one-armed bandit mad at you.
Hey, I'm 50. I'm 50 years old and I'm retired. You know what I mean? So.
Just in case anybody doesn't know, the reason he got the nickname One-Armed Bandit is because in his first professional fight, he broke his arm throwing a punch. And he finished that fight with one arm, and he won.
That's a diehard.
Yeah.
That's who you want in the trenches, baby.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Talking about scrap earlier, that's scrappiness.
Did he break his dominant arm?
Man, it's hard for me to remember. I think he did. I think he broke his dominant hand, and he had to finish it with
You have
the
to
left.
exaggerate. This is broadcasting. You got to exaggerate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for
man,
sure.
he broke his dominant hand, Joe. He broke his right. Yeah.
He broke both of them. He just didn't admit it until the
N&S Electric.
And Eric's one of those guys, when he was a pro, that he would fight anybody. He would take any fight, any challenge. I mean, he fought Roy Jones Jr., so that tells you everything.
The only boxer that any legendary status I've ever met and talked to, Buster Douglas.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only one I've ever talked to.
Yeah.
His trainer, I can't remember his name, he passed away, was from Red Jacket, West Virginia, down in Mingo County.
Oh, cool.
So he would come down.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Buster's been at a couple shows for some of Steve Simon's old shows. He came to visit.
Humble as apple pie.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And we do have our fighters who have entered the ring. Herc Pettiford fighting out of the Mason Jar Saloon red corner, and James Nowlin fighting out of the Kegler's blue corner. And both fighters are there shaking gloves.
Gonna get to the action. Speaking of, just big names that are humble, I've gotten to meet a couple of some of my idols. Pernell Whitaker.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Pernell Whitaker. I met Winky right in an elevator, and I actually got to share an airport transport when my fighter fought at Madison Square Gardens with Terrence Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best fighters in the world. Humblest guy I've ever met. He was so nice. He talked to me, asked me about my gym. I mean, took pictures, probably the nicest guy I've ever met, and, he's one of the biggest stars, so it's good to see.
Again, I was talking about how there was some snapping punches thrown. Now, these two in the 165 weight division, they look like they've got some zip on their swings as well.
Yes, these guys look good. They look like they're have good technique, good strategy, both composed, controlled. Big right hand.
Right on the jaw.
Yeah. So we got Herc Pettiford and James Nowlin.
That's right. Herc Pettiford fighting out of the Mason Jar Saloon red corner. James Nowlin fighting out of the Kegler's blue corner.
Got a little bit of tying up here on the ropes. The referee's going to break it up.
And, Patrick, you said earlier that was one of the most exhausting things when you get tied up and you just have all those tense muscles just grabbing on or trying to push away.
Oh, yeah, when it turns into a bit of a wrestling match, and then you got to still be quick after that. Yeah, it's very tough. That's why you see a lot of professional fights, the guys will hold on to them. They're trying to drain them.
Okay.
Trying to wear them out. Big combo there from the blue corner, from Nowlin. Landed about 3 or 4 good punches.
That's the biggest offense so far we've seen in this fight.
Yeah. Yeah, these guys are good. You see a lot of talent in this one.
And you can see a lot of technique, too. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I mean, they're not wailing. They're not out of control. They're just trying to size up their punches.
Yeah, and these guys got a lot of wins. I mean, you got 7-1 and then 5-1. I mean, 1 loss apiece.
And they look almost surgical in some of their strikes.
Yep. Now, unfortunately, one of them is going to have to lose tonight. Man, they both landed a punch right there at the end, and they both hurt each other.
Yeah, it was a good smack and then a great counter. It looked like.
That was a really good round.
How'd you guys score that one?
That's a really tough one to score. We're going to look at some of these highlights real quick. So, Nowlin's pumping out the jab. He's pumping out the jab, and he's landing good combos. Herc Pettiford is trying to land good counter punches on the inside, and he's done it well. You saw that combo just now with a couple of hooks on the inside. This is a great battle. Like, this is a chess match, You got 2 very different strategies, both good boxers. I would probably give it to blue. It can be tough. Again, some judges really might look at red corner and say, well, hey, he landed a couple of really strong inside counter punches. That might have been enough to get him the round. You know, you never know. I mean, every judge just has to try to do their best to call the round, but I would give it to blue personally.
Jason, I wouldn't be surprised if at least one of the 3 judges scored that one a tie.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So
I wouldn't either. That's what I'd
So
score.
little fun fact about boxing, you can't do a tie. You have to pick a winner.
There you go.
You have to.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's the reason why you're the expert.
Yeah.
I'm the rookie, all right?
So there can't be a 10-10 round. You got to have it be 10-9 at least.
A lot of.
Oh, man, really good head movement there from the red corner from Pettiford. You know, he dodged about 3 or 4 punches in a row.
And those were in rapid succession, just one right after the other.
Yeah, and I think if he keeps doing that, he might be able to take over this fight. He's learning that guy has a fast jab, so he's starting to slip it. He's starting to move his head and get out of the way.
Okay, and it looks like Herc Pettiford out of the Mason Jar Saloon red corner was just doing at least trying to land some body shots on James Nowlin out of the Kegler's blue corner.
Yep, he had him trapped there in his corner, in his own corner. He had him trapped, and he was working him.
That seems like a bad place to be, in your opponent's corner.
Yeah,
where you can't get out.
Yeah, plus now you can hear the guy that has him trapped can hear his coach.
Right.
But the other guy's coach is all the way across the ring, so that's a good strategy.
They have been moving around the ring really well.
Yeah, and this round right now is going about as even as it can get. Both guys traded and landing. Both guys missed a little bit of wrestling there. He threw him down.
Was that a slip?
Yeah, that's not a knockdown or anything. That's just kind of pushed him down a little bit. Yeah, they would start counting if it was any kind of knockdown, but he just told him, hey, all right, keep going. Really good jabs thrown right there. Really good jabs from Nowlin.
And it looked like Herc for just a moment just had that left hand or left arm stretched out to try to get a little bit of defense.
Yep, let's see who's going to try to win the end of the round here.
I like the jabs by Nowlin.
Oh,
I really like the jabs. I'll go Nowlin round 2 simply because I thought he landed some nice jab shots to the body. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a close one. A close one. I'm not sure. If I could give a tie, I might on that one.
So
let's see
now,
some of these replays.
Now our specialist is saying, our technical guy is saying, he's going to go with the tie.
Well, that's because it's the unofficial scorecard, right? Because we don't have to actually turn it in. What you saw on the ropes right there, Nowlin was blocking really well, so that's good. He's trying to answer back with straight punches. Again, we got Pettiford trying to get low, make him miss, and then land a significant punch to hurt him.
Yeah.
And he's done that pretty well.
Yes, they are both quick. Just slippery, too.
Yeah, that's one of those rounds that could go either way. So you might even consider that some judges might have seen it 2 different ways, so we could end up with another split decision. We'll see.
And this is the third and final round going for another 2 minutes.
So far, this most technical fight we've seen this evening here at Mylan Park. Kegler Sports Bar and Grill blue corner, the Mason Jar Saloon red corner on Video Productions.
Yeah, this has already got my vote for fight of the night so far from what we've seen. And we got round 3. Let's see what they can do. You can tell both guys have a lot of pop for round 3. I mean, they're not looking tired, but
no, they aren't.
But Pettiford just landed 2 big punches right there. I mean, he's trying to say, hey, I want this round.
And you can tell the reason why the technique of these boxers and the speed, the reason why they have great records at 7-1 and 5-1.
That's a really good point.
And you know what? One thing that's starting to become clear in this round is Pettiford is just eating those punches. I mean, he's getting hit, but he's not really reacting to it. But when Pettiford lands on Nowlin's kind of reacting to it. He's getting knocked back a little bit. His hands are down a little bit. I mean, that's the big thing that I'm seeing. Yeah.
So is it better to be able to absorb a blow, or is it better to just avoid it?
Well, it's better to avoid.
Okay.
But if you got both guys landing and both guys have some decent defense, and one of them is just taking the punch and then still able to hit back, then that's gonna reflect well on the scorecards.
Okay. And Eric just told me after the next fight we will have intermission.
Oh, okay. Got an intermission coming up.
Might be a good time to visit the Tito's tent over there and have some Tito's vodka.
Yep.
Hey, I might go over there and have some Tito's vodka.
And if you got any at home, then you got a little break to go to the kitchen and freshen up your drink.
We all got to have a shot during the next fight. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Next fight, the first fight after intermission.
Really good inside punches from Nowlin. He was on the ropes, but he actually landed 3 really good punches right there.
I saw Pettiford's head snap back.
I think that's going to count as a knockdown. Yep, he got him. He got him with a knockdown, so that's going to make this a 10-8 round unless something else happens where, Pettiford is able to come back and do something, maybe score a knockdown himself or, severely hurt him. Man, what a big knockdown that was right there. Here we go. We're going to finish out this round. That's it.
Wow.
That's it. So he wins that round.
Definitely.
I mean, I don't know, guys. What do you think? You think that seals the deal for him? You think that gives
it does.
All right, so.
Yeah. Here's the highlights.
I'm with you, fellas.
Yeah, so good punches landed. He's eating them well. He's able to come in. He's trying to land. That's when he landed a couple good ones when his back was on the ropes, which is.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yep. So both fighters just said, hey, we really want this last round.
Yep,
and
there
bam.
it
was. It kind of landed near his ear, which knocked his body down. That's one of those punches that, throws you off balance, but maybe doesn't hurt as much as it looks like. But it still, threw him off balance and it knocked him down. So that counts as a clean knockdown. Once that ref starts counting, he's saying, yeah, it was a knockdown.
One thing I can say about Nowlin, speed bag.
Oh, yeah.
He works on it a lot.
Yeah, speed bag, and, you can tell he spars a ton. Those guys have they logged a lot of rounds in the gym sparring, probably traveling around to other gyms sparring with other people. That's what you got to do to be successful in this sport.
So how much skill versus luck is it involved in hitting that reset button that he tagged?
I'd say skill. I mean, there's a little bit of luck. Sometimes a guy can step into a punch or, lean his head the wrong way. There's a little bit of that, but, most of the time it is skill, the way that you are able to set things up.
Okay, so it is almost exactly like a chess match.
Yeah. In
that you are trading and you're feeling the other opponent out, but then when there's that time where you can go for the kill.
Yeah, you set things up, and a lot of times you'll see guys fake a jab. They pump the jab out there, fake it, and they watch how somebody reacts. And then they go, to try to basically punch whatever gets opened up. And if you look at any sport, basically any sport, the fake is huge.
Yeah.
If a quarterback pump fakes, he's going to be a better quarterback. If a basketball player shot fakes, we had somebody lose their chair here. He didn't go all the way down, though. I think he's all right.
He's just taking an 8 count. You know what I mean? Standing 8 count. All right.
He's good.
Yeah.
Man, gentleman lost his seat, but he recovered well.
You know what? I think he's actually a professional boxer, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not going to make fun of him.
Yeah.
No, I'm just going to go the other way. Jason's fault. I'm headed to Tito's. That's where I'm going.
I ain't no fraud, no gangster or goon. I just want to sip, disrespect or lose. Follow me to grave, show you what it takes, show you how to use curse, show you how to hate it. Hungry for more like a Lloyd Banks playlist. Still like the only person not up in the matrix.